Hi everyone, this is Ram from Informatica Global Customer Support Team. In this video, we'll see what pass-through port in structure parser in IICS. So the main agenda of this video is what is the use of pass-through port, how to use the same in structure parser, followed by a quick demo. Now we'll see what is the use of pass-through port. So basically pass-through port, it receives input data and it returns the same data, whatever that it received, to the next transformations in the mapping without changing the data. So it can be used when you want additional data as well to target transformation along with the data from the XML or JSON file. For example, when you use a structure parser, that means your source should be XML or JSON. So it will parse, it will give output as a relational. So additionally, like in XML, there will be, for example, there are some columns, book ID, book name. And in addition to this, if you want some other columns from other transformations or from another source, then you need to choose pass-through port in structure parser. And so then only all the ports, like the ports from other transformations will also get to the target. That I will show you in the demo. Next, how to use the same in structure parser. So structure parser, we'll have output fields. So in the output fields, so whatever the output group, for example, here book is the output group that I wanted to make to the target. So this one, if I click on pass-through port, so whatever the whatever the columns that are present previously before this, so all the columns will pass to the target transformation. Okay, I will show you the demo. So let me create a mapping. So I'm going to create a mapping in IICS console, and I'm giving a name m_sp_ pass through 2. So this is a source. Now, as I'm going to use a structure parser, so I'm going to take an XML source. So let me show you the XML that I'm going to parse. And this is the XML that I'm going to parse. You can see book is the root ID. So before this XML, let us see the XST, how the structure is there. So this is the XST. Now we can see, so here I have element name and book, and this book is a complex type. So I'm defining book type. So this book type is a complex type, you can see. So in this, we have ISBN, title, author, publisher. So ISBN is a simple element and title is also a simple element, and author is a complex element, and publisher is also a complex element. So that's why the type is again author type. So this author type again I have defined here. So you can see this is the author type, complex type. Now inside this author type, so we have a name, date of birth, and we have two attributes. Okay, so if you are not sure what are these attributes and elements, we have a previous video, I will put that in the description. You can follow that, where I have explained what is the difference between XST, how we need to use XST and XML. Now this publisher type is also a complex element. Now you can see this complex type I have defined publisher type, and this is having one reference, which is a name, and the name, and another one is a name element. Now based on this, I have written one XML file. So you can see ISBN, title, and author. As you see here, author is a complex type, and this has name, date of birth. So in the same way, I have defined name, date of birth, and publisher is also, you can see here, publisher is a complex type. So this complex type has name, established date. So in the same way, I have defined name and established date. Okay. So now this I am going to use as a source. And here I'm going to use file type, as I am just using flat file connection. And here we need to select the file. So here I'm going to use an indirect file. That means I will keep the path of the XML file. So let me select the file. So I'm going to select pass-through input. So now we can see the pass-through input. I have already input.txt. Let me show you the content that is present in pass-through input.txt. Now you can see this is the content of pass-through input port. So I have given the location of book XML, whatever I wanted to pass. So that location I have given in the input file. And here, when you click on fields, now we can see, so the location is coming as a field, but we don't need a location. We need one column name. So that's why we don't have any column name in the source file. So that's why what we can easily do, we can just go to formatting options, auto generate. So automatically one field will be generated with the name field1. Now we can see field1 is there. Now remove this. I'm going to create a structure parser. So this is a structure parser, and to the structure parser, so how to work, what is the basic use of structure parser, how to work with structure parser, we have a previous video, you can watch that. Now in the structure parser, we need to select the ISM, which is nothing but intelligent structure model. So how we'll create the ISM? ISM will be created by using the XST file, which is a schema file. So I have shown the book.xst. Using that, I have already created this ISM. You can see, so this is the ISM. So ISM SP pass through port, pass through one. So this is a structure. You can see book, ISBN, title, author, and author is having attributes, author type, and author type 2, and name 1, date of birth, and publisher is also having name. Okay. So I have already created. So what I can simply do is I can simply select that ISM SP pass through port 1. Let me select from here. ISM SP pass through port 1. Now I have selected. Now you can click on incoming fields. We are not getting any incoming fields because after selecting ISM, you need to pass the source to the structure parser. Now click on the incoming fields. We can see field 1. So this field 1 is nothing but from a XML file we are getting. Now in real time, not only this, so we want some other thing to the target. That means some other field we need to the target. For example, what I am doing is I'm just removing this link. I'm taking one expression transformation. So this is an expression. Now in this expression transformation, I am going to pass the source to the expression transformation, and in the expression transformation, I am going to create one new field, which is nothing but, for example, this is an output field. For example, I wanted to create one message ID. Okay. EXP message ID, and that is a string I wanted to take. And one more I wanted to create, for example, exp food item. I just wanted these two. Now click on the configure. Now after clicking on the configure, you can give the name. For example, this one I am going to give as 1 and validate. It is validated. Click OK. Now one is completed. Now I am going to give, for example, biryani is a food that I am going to give. It is validated. Now I clicked OK. Now we can see here biryani. Now these are the two ports that I have added, output fields. Now I am going to pass this to the structure parser from expression transformation. Now in the structure parser, you can see incoming fields is exp food item. We are getting exp message ID, that is from expression. Now basically when you want these three, so this having path, this will be so whatever the XML that is present, so that will be passed by structure parser. But these two ports also I need enter to the target. So if you want like that, if you see field mapping, so field mapping, you can see file path, because I am passing the file path, not the XML file directly. So that's why I pass it to the file path. If the source is directly XML file, then you need to pass to the data. Now if you see carefully here, exp message ID, there is nowhere that we can link. You cannot link to file path, you cannot link to data. Okay, and ESP food item also you cannot link. So that's a disadvantage that we are having, because if you want additional columns to the target, we cannot pass. So now we have a wonderful feature which is nothing but a pass through. Now here you can see book. So the book is an output group that I am going to use. So pass through. When you click on pass through, that means I am telling to ISM structure parser that whatever the fields that are not present in the file path or data, all these fields put to the target. So that's what the meaning of output fields. In the output fields, that's what the meaning of pass through. That means pass through. That means pass all the fields to the target. Now you can see click to show all. Now you can see here. So these are the fields from the XML. Now you cannot see here the food item and the message ID. Now where you can see it in the target. Now let me link to the target. Now in the target, I am going to use an output group, which is a book. So you can click on this book and click OK. Now edit the target transformation. Here you can see in the incoming fields, author type, Other type 2, date of birth, established date, and you can see a exp food item, exp message id. So these are coming from expression transformation. Remaining are from structure parser. Now let me give a target flat file. I'm going to give a flat file connection, and you can select the flat file and create new at runtime. I'm going to use pass through to underscore output. I'm going to give a static file name. If you want, you can use a dynamic file name as well using a parameter if you need. Now target fields. So nothing is there because file is going to create at runtime. Let me save the mapping. Now you can see the mapping is valid. Now I'm going to run the mapping. Now you can see in the target. So this is a relational data, 1 Arjun, Ram. So these are all came from the XML file which we have parsed. So this is the XML file you can see. So this got parsed successfully till established date. And after that, you can see one is a message ID, which is coming from expression and food item. So these two ports we are successfully able to pass to the target transformation. And one more thing to remember, in hierarchy parser, we don't have an option called pass-through port. So you need to use a structure parser because hierarchy parser and structure parser both does the same parsing of XML or JSON file, and new additional features is being added to the structure parser. So it's better to use structure parser in order to get the pass-through port. Now, references for you, you can follow this document which is having how to use what is the use of pass-through port, and you can see this KB article. We would love to hear from you. You can give your valuable feedback at supportvideos@informatica.com or else our Twitter channel. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video.